Hey guys, today we are going to understand what is consistent core design pattern in distributed systems. Now let's consider we have a big cluster which has large number of nodes and we want to do some cluster work on it, like we want to store some data in it, we want to do some processing in it, we want to do some transactions on this cluster. Now this is one cluster, and let's say these are my clients who want to do some operation on it, being data change operation, data related operation, or transaction related operation. Now what can happen, we want our cluster to remain consistent throughout. Now to maintain consistency, we know that one of the ways of ensuring consistency is every operation that is being done should be confirmed by a specific number of nodes called quorum. Let's say if we have n number of nodes, then n by 2 plus 1 instances in your cluster should confirm that the operation was done successfully. Then only the client is going to get acknowledgement that his operation was done successfully. There can be other ways where you don't want to ensure quorum for the sake of speed, but we're not going to go in depth of that. But let's consider this scenario. If the cluster is very big, now the problem that you're going to face is, let's say you have a cluster of 3 sites. Then the quorum is going to be 2 nodes. One is the node on which data is being written and one another node on which data or action should be replicated. It is well fine. We only have to do operation on one extra node. Now let's take 5 nodes. Here we have to do operation on 3 nodes. 5 by 2 plus 1, right? So we have to do operation on 3 nodes, and as n increases, n by 2 plus 1, the number of nodes that we ideally should consider in quorum also keeps increasing. Now how is it going to impact our operation speed? As the number of nodes increase, we have to ensure that data is replicated. For example, let's say if it was 1000 by 2 plus 1, if 1000 is the number of nodes, so approximately 500 instances should have replicated that operation before we can say that operation is successful. Now this is a very huge number. We want to optimize and we want to make our operations faster. So what we do is, instead of ensuring quorum in all the nodes of our cluster, what we do is we create a separate cluster. Now this is our main cluster which let's say 1000 nodes, and we create a separate cluster of, let's say, 3 or 5 nodes. This has only 5 nodes, and all the consistency related information is persisted by this consistent core. This is called the brain.